Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Let's start our lesson number 12. It's our revision lesson. We'll revise the syllabus of first assessment. Okay? Let's take start from OPE Unit 1 Elephants. And the story is Revenge. Okay? There are 8 questions and answers and we will do 5. Okay, question number 1 is what had the elephant handlers done after the young man had been buried? And the answer is they fled with their elephants after the young man had been buried. Question number 2. How had Joy Dog, the dead man's elephant, been behaving? And the answer is she was restless and nervous, frequently flapping her ears and clawing the air with the tip of her trunk. The next question number 3. What had the Hassanok done to ensure that Joy Dog did not break free? And the answer is he had tethered her securely between two immense and immovable trees to ensure that she did not break free. Okay, now question number 5. Why was Hassanok so sure that Joy Dog had been freed by a human hand? And the answer is he was so sure that she had been freed by a human hand because if she broke the chains herself, they would be dragging on her feet, and he heard no chains. And then question number 8. What did the storyteller and Hassanok see next to the huge footmark of Joy Dog? And the answer is they saw a smaller impression, curiously shapeless, almost oblong. It was a human footprint. Okay, now match the column. Column A, sparse, and the answer is scanty. Number 2, mount. Answer is riding elephant. Number 3, upheaval, and the answer is commotion. Then forage, and the answer is search for food. And then succulent, and the answer is juicy. Locates, answer is finds. Momentum, and its meaning is force. And then horse, its meaning is husky. Okay, now the second chapter, unit 1, the story is orphan elephant, and there are 5 questions answered and we will do the all the questions and answers. Okay, question number 1 is explain how the baby elephant's behavior show that he was distressed, and the answer is he was completely still with his head hanging low and his trunk curling on the ground. Question number 2. Why was the elephant's body yellowed when he was found? And the answer is his body was yellowed because there was no one to take care of him. Number 3. What suggestion does the writer make about what happened to his mother? And the answer is he said that perhaps his mother had died. Number 4. In what ways had the elephant changed 10 months later? And the answer is he was a well fed, happy elephant. He had found new life and new friends, and he was no longer sad and depressed. Okay, and the last question, what adjective would you use to describe the atmosphere of text? And the answer is a picture of happiness. Okay, now let's move on to unit 2. There is only one chapter included from unit 2, War and Peace, and the chapter is Christmas story. Okay, at page 40, 10 questions and answers. 10 questions have been given and we will do only 5 out of 10. Question number 1 is what was the significance of the white flag? And the answer is white flag is the symbol of peace. Waving a white flag means they did not want war anymore. They wanted peace. Okay? And question number 2, what were the colors of German and British uniforms? The answer is German grey and British khaki. Okay? Now question number 3, why did Jim, the writer of the letter, tell his men to keep their heads down? And the answer is he thought that it was a trick, but it wasn't. Okay? Now question number 5. Why did Jim not stop his men walking out into no man's land? And the answer is because he wanted them to do that. He was one of them. And the question number 7. What activities did the British and German soldiers share on that Christmas morning? And the answer is they were smoking, laughing, talking, drinking, and eating. Okay, that was from your OPE. Now let's move on to the grammar. Number of nouns. Okay, nouns have different forms to show whether they mean one object or more than one object. Nouns that stands for only one is said to be singular number, and the nouns which used for more than one are in the plural number. There are several ways of changing nouns in the singular into nouns in the plural number. Okay? Rule number 1. The usual way is by adding s to the singular. For example, flower, flowers, dog, dogs, girl, girls. Okay, rule 2. Words ending in ch, sh, ss, ox have es added to form plural. For example, church, churches, bush, bushes, hero, heroes, box, boxes. Rule 3. Words ending in y have the y changed to I before es. For example, baby, babies, country, countries, fly, flies. If there is a vowel before y, then just add s to make plural. For example, boy. There is a vowel before y, so we'll add s, boys. Monkey, monkeys, day, days. Okay? Rule 4. Several nouns have the word changed to form the plural. For example, man, man, and the plural is men, men. Tooth, tooth, and the plural is teeth. Mouse, mice. Foot, feet. Okay. Rule number 5. Some nouns have the same form of both singular and plural. For example, sheep, deer, dozen, etc. Rule 6. In compound words only, the principal word is changed from singular to plural. For example, son-in-law. Here, the principal word is son. So, we'll write sons in law. Maid, servant. We'll write maid servants because the principal word is servant. Rule 7. When a word ends in f and fe, we change f to v and add es or s to make it plural. For example, calf, calves, knife, knives, shelf, shelves, thief, thieves. Note, just add s to a few nouns that ends in f, fe, double f. For example, surf, giraffe, cliff, believe, safe, chef, ref. Okay. Rule number 8. Some nouns can't be used in the singular number. For example, scissors, spectacles, gallows, measles, etc. Now let's discuss kinds of noun. As you know, there are 5 kinds of noun. Common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, material noun, collective noun. Okay? Now let's start from common noun. What is common noun? Common noun does not define a particular person, things, or place. It is a generic name given to one item or a class or group. For example, cat, boy, girl, city, country, etc. Okay. Now proper noun. It identify a particular place, person, thing, organization, days of the week, months of the year, and so on. Okay, like Qaeda-Azam, like your name, Islamabad, your city's name, your country's name, Pakistan, etc. Okay, now abstract noun, it refers to ideas, emotions, states. Okay, and students, it can't be touched, it only can be seen. Okay, like poverty, smallness, happiness, warmth, etc. Okay, now collective noun. Collective noun is used to name a group of places, animals, persons, or things, like an army of soldiers, a class of students, flock of sheep, band of musicians. Okay, here army, class, flock, and band are collective noun. All right, and now material noun. It denotes the matter or substance of which things are made, like gold, silver, stone, brick, wood, cotton. All of these are material noun. Now, there is an exercise in front of you. Identify kinds of noun, and there are 10 sentences. Number one is, this chair is made of wood. Okay, here wood is material noun. Gold is a precious metal. Here, gold is material noun. Okay. Honesty is the best policy. Here, honesty is abstract noun. Virtue is its own reward. Here, virtue is abstract noun. The board of directors decided in his favor. Here, board of directors. Here, board is collective noun. Okay. Ali is the top student in our class. Here Ali is common noun, proper noun. Okay, and class is common noun. And then the bale of cotton caught fire. Here bale is collective noun. Number 8, Qaid-e-Azam was a great man. Qaid-e-Azam is proper noun and man is common noun. I live in London, and London is proper noun. That wall is made of stone. Stone is material noun and wall is common noun. Now we'll discuss kinds of verb. Okay, kinds of verb are transitive verb, intransitive verb, infinitive, past participle, present participle, and gerund. Okay, first of all, we'll discuss transitive and intransitive verb. Dear students, transitive means going across, and a transitive verb is one in which the action passes from the subject to object. Okay? For example, Aslam is playing piano. Okay, here the act of playing passes over from Aslam to the piano, that is object. Okay, play is therefore a transitive verb. We can also say that a transitive verb does not give complete sense without an object. For example, if I say, please bring what? The sense is not clear. So, bring is a transitive verb here because it requires an object to give complete sense. Now, look at the sentence. Please bring a glass of water. Now, the sense is clear. So, is it clear to you? Now come to the next one, intransitive verb. Intransitive verbs are the verbs which do not require an object. Okay, for example, I laughed. Please sit. The baby slept. He runs fast. Okay, students, here we do not use object and the sense is clear. So it is called intransitive verb. We do not use an object here. Okay, and now infinitive. If to is placed before a base form of verb, it is called infinitive. For example, to eat, to play, to learn. Okay, all of these are infinitive. Now we'll discuss what is past participle and present participle. As you know, dear students, there are four forms of verb that are commonly called first form, second form, third form, and fourth form of verbs. These form of verbs also have names, as we all have. First form is called present, second form is called past, third is called past participle, and the fourth is called present participle. Okay, so past participle is the third form of verb and present participle is ing form of verb. Now let's see what functions do they perform. The participle are part adjective and part verb. For example, he saw a burning bush. In this sentence, the present participle burning is acting as an adjective. As you know, students, adjective qualifies noun. Here, bush is noun and burning qualifying it. Now look at this sentence. He saw the bush was burning. Burning is now used with the auxiliary verb and it is acting as verb. Okay, same is the case with past participle. Look at the sentence. It is very difficult to play with a broken bat. Here, broken is acting as adjective as it qualifies the noun bat. The other sentence, he has broken his bat. Here, broken is acting as verb as it is used with auxiliary verb. Okay, I hope you have understood what is past and present participle and what are their functions. Okay, now come to the last one, that is gerund. It is also called verbal noun. It has the same form as present participle, but the function is totally different. It functions as noun. For example, gardening is my hobby. He does not like teaching. Here, gardening and teaching are gerund. Okay, because they are behaving like nouns. Alright, dear student, always keep in your mind if ing form of verb is used as subject or object, it will be gerund as subject and object are always noun or pronoun. In the above sentences, gardening is subject and teaching is object of the sentence, so they are gerund. Keep another important point in your mind. If you see any possessive adjective, my, our, your, his, her, its, their, before ing form of verb, it will be gerund. For example, would you mind my smoking? He does not like your teaching. In the above sentences, possessive adjectives my and your have been placed before smoking and teaching, so they are gerund. Okay, I hope you have understood it and you will be easy and it will be easy for you to identify the kinds of verb. Okay, now there are some sentences. Complete the following sentences using gerund. Do you mind I smoke a cigarette? Okay, we will write, do you mind my smoking? Alright, we will write my smoking. Okay, the second one, he loves swim in the early morning. And we'll write he loves swimming in the early morning. Okay. And the third one is I must insist on he go early. And we will write I must insist on his going. Okay, his going. And number four, please forgive we be late. And we will write please forgive our being late. Okay, I don't like you teach. I don't like your teaching. Alright, now some other sentences. Identify the kinds of verb. I saw him lying in his bed. Here, lying is present participle. Okay, and second is I went to see my friend yesterday. And here, to see is infinitive. Okay, Number 3, his gambling annoyed me. Here, gambling is gerund. Number 4, swimming is a good exercise. Here, swimming is gerund. Number 5, I am working hard to pass the exams. And here, working is present participle. Okay, students, that was your lesson. Okay, I hope you have understood it. If you find any problem, you can contact me. Alright, thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.